Truth of the matter is, I always like, when I expose my work, I don't like putting a picture of myself in the picture, because I feel like the work is fucking way more superior than me as a human being. I don't know what was the connection, or, it's like, I think I had like a massive case of ADD, And so comics were like, kind of like, more stronger than words and somehow, so. Comics was something that I was like, could comprehend, visually, mentally, and, the 2D-ness of it was just like kind of interesting. But I think the truth would be like when I was very young, I was exposed to like Subway Art, that book by Martha Cooper and Harry Chalfant, and that was like even more like, engulfed in flames of ideas. I thought that shit was just awesome. Grew up in Boston, but I was born in West Roxbury, Mass. When I was young, I used to fill in for my brother. He wrote Plaid 132. Yeah, my brothers were like a big influence because they were really like cool at drawing, and yeah, it's like the three of us. And we both kind of found our different paths. Like one brother is a graphic designer, the other brother is like customizes hot rods. I was exhibiting my work at the age of 19. I moved to New York when I was like 23. So that lapse time between 19 and 23, like, I gave Boston everything that I had. But yeah, I never had like an established career in graffiti, or, a lack of interest in that. But the sentiment of that is what I wanted, and that's what I wanted to do with my paintings. This one right here, which is FFF, stands for Fearless Front Facer, or Fight for Freedom. And yeah, I used that title later for the exhibition in Australia, but the painting never went. It was just like, I don't know, I think I was working on it during the time. And this one I think is, might be incomplete. I don't know. I'm kind of having second thoughts about it. Skulls. I was Crash's assistant for a while, kind of like artist apprentice, helping him stretch canvases and helping gesso canvases, and never painting, never fill-ins, just like, clean up the studio, but good times, what have you. I mean, this guy's been very like inspirational for damn sure. I mean, Brian Boland is like a killer, like Judge Dredd artist. And when I first made it, I was going for like trying to build my own flag out of, objects, and I don't know how it turned out. Like, I like it, but, I don't know, it's a bit confusing, but it's fun to look at. James Jebbia bought some paintings from me, and then later Eddie contacted me about painting Union LA. Painted Union LA, and that was like during Spray Paint and Comics kind of series, like early, like, we're talking 99. Then that spawned Stussy, Japan. They flew me over to paint their Shinjuku store. And when that Japan thing more or less started kind of kicking, I mean, of course, it was exciting, and being able to say, okay, well, I'm flying to Japan for like, 9 days to do this, and then I got to go back to Hong Kong, and then now I'm doing something in Berlin because of the Japan thing, and and at the same time we're making all these things, these like more or less products. It just kind of like grew and grew and grew, and then like, I used it more as a platform so I could continue painting and, continue exhibiting my work, and, all in all, like, it's quite amazing, I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm looking at like, not so much the next painting, but the next, 40 years of painting, and then the catalog of painting, and, following the work and seeing the history in it. And it's cool. Right. That's what I'm looking for.